Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Zero Time Dilemma. Sorry, it's the first time in a while since I've gotten a new game, so... I'm getting two new games, so... or relatively two new games, for the series on the channel, so I might be mixing names because it's like... like the previous game I played before this one that replaced the spot was Borderlands 3, so it was taking all over the whole channel for like so many episodes. Now it's just like another series that just replaces that whole thing, so forgive me as my brain is still adjusting to this series. I feel like so far like the first two episodes has been a bit of a scuff, because I feel like the first episode I kind of did a weird edit to cut myself in from two different parts of the video. And then last episode, it felt like I had the music going on for too long, and I was just like, I was getting distracted throughout the whole thing. Now it's pure silence here, and now we're at we're on episode 3. So I hope episode 3 will be a little bit more smoother, where I don't have to screw it up and stuff like that. But last episode we went through Team C. I keep forgetting this is not. Oh, did I? Yeah, I turned off my headphones while I was there. Last episode we went through Team C. Went through their whole bullcrap of dialogue, just like we did in episode 1 for Team D. Team D, we made the choice of Team D in the last episode. We made the choice of Team C at the end of last episode. So far, I'm sticking with the whole circulatory choice thing, which I can show you here in that. So yeah, so essentially we chose everything so far to the right. So that's Team D from Team C. Going back. And then there's Team D to Team Q. And so we need to finish this circulatory vote by taking Team Q, being Team Q, voting for Team C, I think it was? Yeah, Team C. So, yeah, because my brain is hurting because I'm trying to make sure that we're voting the right sort of thing, because my brain is just like, wait, who we're voting for again? I'm not sure how each path will open up, because it's kind of strange so far due to the way that they're putting it together. It's more confusing than the first two games, as I will say last time. Last episode I said that. Like, it's very confusing because we're having to choose between 3 groups and not just one singular person being mixed and matched with other teams, because I prefer that, because it's much more consistent and coherent, because you get to match it through your number bracelet, which they did away the whole number thing, which is so disappointing so far. I just realized that just now, that they did away the whole numbered system that they would have to, open the door forward and stuff, and it kind of feels disappointing that that's gone. Like, I feel like that was more trickier and more interesting than, oh, we get to play as each team. This is so far not having... So far, I'm not, like, down with this game so far. I mean, the cutscenes are great, though. They've done a good job at changing it up a little bit with the cutscene instead of making it a visual novel style look. But I still feel a little bit more sadder by the fact that there's less of a puzzle-ish element to the whole series of this game so far. But, oh... I didn't know Q and E is actually the same as WASD. What the frick is this? Alright, let's go and do that. Let's do the fragment. So yeah, this is the last group. I have zero idea who this group is. We only know for a fact that there's one kid who's wearing a ball of a mask. I'm guessing the kid is related to something we see in Virtue's Last Reward, is what I think. Probably this is the kid that ends up being, what's that guy's name? The one in the armor suit? Yeah, I think that's probably what this kid ends up being. Sigma, yes. This is like alternate Sigma, I think. If you haven't seen Virtue's Last Reward, I recommend you play it for yourself, or watch me play it, or watch some other person play it, because I suggest that you would have to know that before walking into this, because I'm going to be referencing a lot of the other two games, 999, 9 Doors, 9 Hours, 9 People, or something like that. I can't remember the exact 3 nouns that comes after 9, but Zero Escape 999, and then Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward would be both the games you need to know before walking into this. I feel like people might have not known that if they were to just feel curious about the series or something. Alright, let's go. Enough talking. I know I talked too long. I do apologize. I tend, because this has a lot of things going on, that it makes me want to say some more stuff. Execution Q. That it just makes me more attracted to just jump on the topic a little bit. prep room. I feel like this is connected to pantry. Decontamination room again. That's the second room. Oh? Quantum computer dome. Jeez, that's more advanced than anything. Pod room. Is there going to be like some sort of medical room in here too? Biolab. Oh, the biolab is returned. Ugh. What room is this?
確かこの辺にもう一部屋あるはずなんだけど。
Isn't this a room?
ねえ、僕にも見せてよ。ねえ。
うっせえな。
What? Bro.
彼にだって見る権利はあるわ。
Yeah, he's a teammate.
見ろ。
ありがとう。
Oh, is the kid the
さ
leader?
てと、こんなところにいてもなんだし。ラウンジに戻りましょうか。
Man, Mira is like so... the lounge. Mira is so, let's inhibit the virus.
何なんだろうな。
Let's inhibit the virus. ウイルスを禁止しましょう。抑制しましょうって意味ね。
ウイルスって何のウイルスだよ。
Virus.
ねえ、投票のことだけどどうする？
どうするって言われても。
だってしなかったら殺されちゃうんでしょ？
そうね。仮に C チームが D チームに、D チームが C チームに投票したとしても、私たちが棄権したら強制的に2票入ることになるから。
俺たち9チームが処刑か。
とはいえ、このゲームが本気だったらの話だけど。
いたずらだっていうのか？
そう考えた方が現実的だと思わない？突然そこの扉から D コムのスタッフが駆け込んできて、サプライズとかね。
そっか、
Doubt it.
そうだよな。だとしたらこいつの存在も説明がつくし。どうせお前もサプライズの仕込みなんだろ？
F off, kid.
違うよ。
だったらそのヘルメットを取ってみろよ。
取れないんだ。
あ？
だから取れないんだって。
てめえ適当なこと言ってんじゃねえぞ。
I hate this guy already. I really hate this
や
guy.
めてやめて。首がもげる。
くそ、マジじゃねえか。
You idiot.
待って。ヘルメットの側面に何かついてるわ。
Oh, is it one of those buttons? Yeah. Yep, it's a code
な
again.
んだよこれ。
暗証番号の入力装置じゃない？
正しい番号を入れたらヘルメットが取れるのか？
Or
も
not.
しくは頭が吹っ飛ぶ。
His head will explode. No, I'm trying to remember. It was the last time we had the armored thing. The guy did not have a passcode. I misremembered it. It was he had a keyhole, like a very gigantic keyhole looking thing. So I think that this case they made it more trickier by putting a passcode. So that's what I wanted to say from the last episode or last series from Virtuous Last Reward. So let's continue it.
やめてよ。
なあ、本当にお前何者なんだよ。
Mm. He remembered
わ
something.
からない。覚えてないんだ。気がついたらここに。
記憶喪失ってやつ？
なのかな。聞いてもいいかな。
なんだ？
You know what this bar reminds me of? This reminds me of the story that Tenmyoji talked about with the kid, the supposed kid that he took care of in Virtue's Last Reward. I forget his name already. Was it Clover? No, not Clover. Clover is the girl's name. Man, I can't remember all their names nowadays because it's just like they're unfortunately like the one and done deal. Tenmyoji and Junpei are the same person anyways. Both of which are pretty much obvious now because they've been reused twice. Now we're on the third time. Akane, same thing, used twice. Third time here. Sigma and Phi, I kind of forget, but once I see their names, it's pretty memorable because I've seen their name throughout the whole of the second game. But everyone else's name is just kind of like fallen to the wayside. I mean, maybe if it's like 999, they have a very obvious name to them because they explain it. Like 7 is 7 because he wears the bango of 7, which is bracelet for number 7. I said bango is like literally just the bango is like bracelet in Japanese, I think. Trying to think, and then what was it? Snake is 2 on his bracelet, and then Santa was because he had 3, and that's because San is 3 in Japanese and Chinese technically, and so that's 3 there. And then 4, what was 4 again? I know Junpei and Nakane were 6 and 7. Oh no, I'm thinking about the meme of, oh, how convenient that is. Wait, actually no, it might have been June, but then I think Akane just chose to stick with June instead, maybe, who knows. 5 was, Clover was 4, right? And then 3 was Santa, 5 was, see, now I'm forgetting names already. I know Lily was 8, yeah, because his lily pad has 8 leaves or something like that. 9 was just 9. He was dead at the beginning, and 0 was 0. 1 was Ace. 7 was no, 7 was Akane, I think, and Junpei was 6. Yeah. And then 5 was who again? I'm trying to remember who was 5 again. And then 8 as well was another. No, 8 was Lotus. And then 5 was, sorry, I'm trying to remember names, because these kind of basically plays a role in my head to just say that there's a point that you remember these names by their association. But previous game, I forgot everyone. I literally forgot almost everyone's name, except for Sigma and Phi and Tenmyoji and whatever the Tenmyoji's kid was. But I think this kid does remind me of that kid a little bit. What is your relationship? I think as if I'm playing the kid, my questions of order would be a little different. So I'd say, where are we?
ここってどこなのかな。
お前ゼロの話聞いてなかったのか？核シェルターだよ。深さ50メートルの地下にある。
それは知ってるけど、具体的な場所は？
D コムからはそう遠く離れてはいないと思うけど。
D コムって？
Dueling for Experiment of Cohabitation on Mars の略。
火星における共同生活実験のための居住施設？
そういうこと。私たちは5日間もその施設で生活を共にしてきたの。
C チームと D チームのメンバーも一緒にな。
5 days.
あとはそう、犬が1匹いたわ。
Oh?
ヨボヨボの老犬。ガブって名前の。
だけどお前だけは違う。お前は D コムにはいなかった。だから怪しんでるんだよ。
What?
実験の目的は？
主に心理学的なデータの収集。閉ざされた環境の中で長期間にわたって共同生活を送った時に、被験者たちにどのような精神的変化が現れるのか、そういったことを調べるのが目的。
2人はなんでその実験に？
意外と難しい質問ね。なんとなく面白そうだったからかな。
エリックは？
俺はミラが参加したいって言うから。
Oh?
仕方なく？
そういうわけじゃないけど。
So he just wants to get in her pants or something like that? I'm sorry. I went to that conclusion of the guy just wants to get in her pants because that's the reason why he joined this whole experiment. Jesus Christ. Also, I do remember 7. 7's name is 7, literally, because he said he didn't care for the name. He just wants to just be 7. I almost forgot that. 5, I'm still kind of remembering who it was. Who was 5? I need to remember the character art. That usually is a fast way to remember it, I think, for me. Who was 5? Everybody else I remember, but I just can't remember who was 5 for some dumb reason. What's your name, 5? it's funny because Ace and Seven are like two big guys, and they're like the biggest ones versus everyone else being like skinny or a lady who's like statures are like weak a little bit. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember who it was. Actually, no, 5 was Junpei. My bad. 5 was Junpei. 6 was June, and 7 was 7. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now I remember now correctly. Okay, sorry. I misremember numbers because it's been a while for so long. Like, it's been... 99 was, like, literally 3.5 years ago or something like that, so I'm still kind of trying to remember these things. But I do know that I played the game twice, so I should have remembered their names. But, I mean... As a person like myself who plays like almost on average of not 50, but almost on average of like 40 games per year, like I tend to have too many names and too many stories in my head that I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. But I mean, details are gonna always be harder over time for me when I play games. I mean, at least the recording is gonna have my thoughts and stuff, but in the case of just off the top of the dome, I probably forget a lot of it, unfortunately, because when I talk, half my brain is operating, half of my other brain is trying to think of what I want to say. Okay, so that leads me into the relationship thing then, because it seems like the kid is asking why are you joining this, Eric?
ミラ、エリック、二人ってどんな関係なの？
どんな関係って、それは
He's in love.
恋人同士とか？
バカ、ちげえよ。
違うんだ。
違わないけど。え？
What? Oh, she's accepting of it, I guess? That's so strange. So she accepts Eric, but Eric is just kind of confused if he's really with her or not. It's so weird. This whole relationship between these two are so weird. But Eric's still an asshole. I can confidently say that much, at least. Honestly, I think that Mira feels a lot like the other past two characters we've got in the past two games. Kind of like Lotus from 999. And Virtue's Last Reward was... Who was that lady? Who was that lady's name? She was Clover's, like, investigation spy detective partner of hers. But I forget her name. Because she was like I think she had tan skin in Virtue's Last Reward. She's almost like what Mira looks like, but the difference is Mira is a bit more normal looking. Like she doesn't have like the whole fancy look that the other two games had put the characters into. But she's still kind of scantily clad, like the other two characters of games. Yeah, I don't know. Let's say okay, who's Zero?
ゼロって一体何者なんだろう？
おい、とぼけんなよ。お前は何もかも知ってるんだろ？
だから知らないって。
Eric, you stupid idiot.
あくまでもサプライズじゃないって言い張るつもりか？
わからないよ。だって何も覚えてないし。
本当にサプライズじゃないとしたら事態は深刻ね。
マジで本気でリアルな意味でどこか一チームが処刑される？何のためにそんなことを？
ゼロは言ってたわ。ゲームだって。
うん。
頭のいかれた野郎ってことか。奴はどこかでうろたえる俺たちの様子を見ながらほくそ笑んでると。
もしかして最近話題の連続殺人鬼だったり。
Wait, how do you know?
ハートリッパーのことか。
What?
ええ。
ここ数年の間に18人もの人間を殺したっていう。
Oh.
2026年3月15日、ローズビル近くの州立公園で若い女性の死体が発見された。被害者の名前はバージニア・ベイリー28歳。胸部に切り裂かれた跡があり、心臓がごっそり丸ごと抜き取られていた。同じく2026年の5月22日。
Also, I forgot to mention, we're in the year 2026, isn't it? Well, as of this recording, in this recording, you're seeing me in 2025, actually. This is this December, second week of December. 2025. That's the recording here. But the video upload date of this video will be in January 2nd, I believe, or maybe January 1st, or January something of 2026. So the time is eerily close to this time with the kid. So the Heart Ripper, I hope, is not a replica of something really actually going to happen in that. I don't know where the hell Roseville is, but it would suck if there's an actual Heart Ripper that exists in that timeline. It would be so eerily coincidental, but obviously I think this game would have to have the whole warning thing that was like in other games where it's like purely fictional, none of this is related to real time. But I mean, it's kind of interesting that they predicted, or not predicted, but they used the time of 2026 instead of something like 2050 or some stuff, but I guess 2026 felt closer to them when they made this game, I guess, than 2050 or something like that, but yeah.
サクラメントの住宅街にあるゴミバケツの中から今度は男性の死体が見つかった。
Great.
名前はジェフリー・フォレット37歳。バージニアの時と同様にやはり胸からは心臓がえぐり取られていた。それから2ヶ月後の7月29日。
Stop.
ちょっと待った。
Knew it.
お前記憶喪失って言わなかったか？
Yeah, how did you remember all
なんで
that?
そんなこと知ってるの？
わからない。
うん
わからないけど、わかったんだ。
お前な。
Hey, I mean, people can have selective memory, you know? It's not like everyone has to be guaranteed to remember everything. Oh, the box is sitting on the bar this time.
ねえ、さっきから気になってたことがあるんだけど、これって何なのかしら？
ゼロからのプレゼントじゃないか？
中に紅茶の詰め合わせでも入ってるっていうの？
プレゼントが必ずしもいいものとは限らないぜ。おい、ヨセやめろ。爆弾とかだったらどうすんだよ。
What?
爆弾？それはないと思うけど。あ、裏になんかある。っていうかこれ逆さまなんだ。
It's not upside down.
本当はこっちの方が表で。
フォースクイットボックス。
強制終了箱か。
キーボードもついてるよ。
何か特定の文字列を入力するのかも。
当たったらどうなる？
何かが強制的に終わるんじゃない？
Probably the game.
何かってなんだよ。
例えば人生とか。
She didn't say maybe, she said for example. So, tatoeba is example, for example. But I guess they probably write it as a flavor language for maybe. Oh? Oh, he's trying
なんだ
to...
よ、今の音。
Oh, the dog, yes.
あっちの方から聞こえてきたわ。
Well, they should know
行
the
ってみ
dog.
よう。
Yeah, the other two should know the dog.
ガブ、お前。
この通気口から出てきたのね。
But wait, what's the strange part is that Mira said that the dog was so old that the dog wouldn't have survived anyways from that experiment time. So I'm very, very confused when she said the dog was too old to continue to move on. That for somehow they're like, oh, it's Gab. I said he was old, but he's not old here, I think. It's kind of confusing me a little bit with the consistency of what they just said.
真っ暗で何も見えないわ。
お前、入ってみろよ。
Oh,
無理だよ。
but his head is too big.
いいからやってみろって。
Shut up, Eric.
ほらね。
Yeah,
頭の球体さえなけりゃな。
freaking Eric.
ねえ、ちょっと見てよこれ。
首輪のケースに何か入ってるな。
コースターかな。あ、何か書いてある。こちらカルロス。我々 C チームは D チームに投票するので、D チームは Q チームに、Q チームは C チームに投票せよ。
I'm wondering if this is written in English in the Japanese side, because I mean we are listening to this in the Japanese side, but I think they really did write this out in English, because the game does take place in Nevada, and some of these characters are actually, I think half the cast are international cast, and the other half is like the Japanese cast. Maybe I think is what I'm curious about, because I'm so genuinely curious why. Well, I'll talk about it later, but at the end of the episode maybe.
どういうことだ？
わからないの？票をばらけさせようって言ってるのよ。
票をばらけさせる？
そっか。全チームの得票数が1票ずつになれば。
引き分けでどのチームも処刑されずに済むってわけ。
なるほど、明暗じゃないか。よし、そうと決まれば早速。
ちょっと待ってよ。
Oh, they're just following through.
何を待つ必要がある？
You're not the leader,
だっ
dumbass.
てこのメッセージ D チームにはまだ伝わってないかもしれないじゃん。
確かにそうね。
Yeah, we need to tell the dog
こ
to
の
go.
通気口、位置的には C 区画とつながってるみたいだし、
We need to continue it.
ガブはまだ D 区画には行ってないと思うわ。
Mm-hmm.
それじゃあどうにかして D チームに伝えないとな。
Find the other vent.
待ってて。ペンとチーズ取ってくる。確かバーカウンターにあったよね。
ペンと
Why?
チーズ？
What is he gonna write this time? Oh, I see. He wrote got it. Got it.
これでよしと。
Okay. And now we need the
で
cheese.
どうするつもりだ？
Wait, he did say cheese, didn't he? Let me see.
チーズ？
Yeah, he did say he did. So the dog did really actually get attracted by cheese, but he's not a mouse though. Why would he want? I mean, I guess dogs would eat. I wouldn't say necessarily eat anything. I also realized the log exists here. Damn it! Last episode I said there was like the log only goes up to 5. Shameful, but I realized there's a scrolly wheel thingy in, on the left. I'm blind. I'm sorry. I didn't see it in the last episode. My bad. Whoever called it out, sorry. Kudos to you. Good job. You deserve an award in 2026 for being the guy or girl or person to figure out the thing before I did figure it out in this episode, weirdly enough. But hey, who knows? Yeah. Are we gonna find the vent for that? Oh, the prep room is where it's at.
そういうことか。C 区画と Q 区画の通気口がつながってるなら
Q 区画と D 区画の通気口もつながってるはず。
うん。あとはこのチーズを。
Jeez, that is a very heavy, solid cheese.
頼んだぞ、ガブ。
うまくいくかしら。
大丈夫だよ、きっと。
I do question about the mask. His mask has like a little weird sun stain thingy on the top of the left of his head, but wondering what that
投票の締め切りまであと5分だ。
stain came
ガブ
from.
のやつ、ちゃんと D 区画まで行ったかな。
Alright.
仮に行ったとしても、ダイアナが手紙の通りに投票してくれるとは限らないわよ。
裏切るっていうのか？
ありえないとは言い切れないでしょ。それからもう一つ考えたくない可能性が。
なんだよ。
あの手紙が C チームの罠だったって可能性よ。
罠？
Yeah.
あんなことを書いておきながら、実はカルロスは私たち9チームに票を投じるつもりなのかも。
ちょっと待ってくれ。それってやばいじゃないか。
やばいわね。もしもそうだったとしたら、逆にダイアナには指示に背いてもらわないと。
まさかそんな。
Voting time.
投票の締め切りまであと3分です。
投票は確かリーダーが。
どうしよう。
相談なんてしてる場合じゃないわ。
だったら力ずくで。
ちょっと待ってよ。
Hey. Friggin' Eric. It's my turn as the kid to decide. Wait, we don't get to see see his face? Or use his, like, we didn't get the negative color of his face? That sucks. Eric just takes the bait of deciding for us. It's so stupid. I hate this guy so much. Yeah, no, we'll vote before we end this episode, obviously. But yeah, no, I'm gonna vote for Team C, I think, right? Let me double check. No, not Team. No. Global flowchart. There we go. That was a mistake. Also, what happened to our voting thing? C and then Q. So we need to vote for D. Yes. Yes. Oh no, vote for C. Sorry. I'm really just confusing myself already because it's really bad. But yeah, I think ultimately, like, strange out that Mira never mentioned how Gab was not the same old dog that we saw that they know about from the past experiments or something. I'm very confused by that. But yeah, I'm wondering if this will lead to an ending. So we're gonna try to do that, I guess. No time to waste. Let's just do it. Team C. My brain is almost like slopped up because it's like I'm mixing up the letters because of how ridiculous these letters could be. All right.
投票を受け付けました。
手紙の指示通りか。
I said what I
ま
did.
あいいんじゃない？悪くない選択だと思うわ。あとはカルロスとダイアナがどう出るかね。
Well, we
いず
won't
れにせ
know.
よ、これで可能性は2つに絞られたことになるな。C チームの3人が殺されるか。
私たちが処刑されるかね。
Maybe.
可能性はもう一つあるよ。
何？
サプライズだよ。
あ
きっとこれは誰かが仕組んだいたずらで。
Hell no.
やっぱりお前。
さて、これにて90分の活動時間を終えたことになる。次のゲームに備えてぐっすりと眠るといい。もっとも票を2票集めたチームが次のゲームに参加することはないが、最後に一つ、君たちは私の指示通りに投票を行ってくれた。
Before we move forward there, I always keep hearing him say I commanded. I'm wondering if we as the player are the ones as the playing as the plague doctor. It would be so meta and fourth wall breaking, but it'd be so weird because it's like the heck.
そのことに対して褒美をやろう。今回は例外的に記憶消去薬を打たないでおく。
Oh, interesting.
したがって次に目覚めた時、生き残った者たちは自らの決断を悔いることになるだろう。君たちの一票がいずれか1チームの全員を殺したことになるのだから。では、良い夢を。
All right. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen now because everyone voted each other, right? So I'm guessing everyone's gonna lose one member per party, as like the 3 total that he's gonna take out from this group. But do we get to select who gets to stay? That's the question. Do we get to decide who gets to stay as part of the group, or are we doomed to figure out that randomness that he gets to decide? For the thing. I'm gonna go back to Team D, I think. Oh, interesting. We got 4 of the thing. So what's gonna happen then? Wait. What's the flow look like now? Oh, wait. How do we move this? Oh, I can just left click and hold. Left click and drag. Holy hell, this is just as bad as the freaking... This is just as bad as Virtue's Last Reward. Jesus. Wait. What is this? All teams survive? That's the result? Oh, that's so weird to me. Of course there would be 4 different like spots, because if one team dies, then we get that particular branch only, I'm guessing. I'm choosing to just say, hey, everybody is like surviving. Because I felt like that was a thing that felt most appropriate to seeing how that goes. But I'm glad we finally get to see the full chart of the remaining parts of the game. This is probably the rest of the game, honestly. And then we get to just decide which part of it we need to open up for these kind of ones that we need to go through. Man, this has 4 endings, I think. And then there's one that has like 2 endings, 3 endings on the bottom there. There's so many weird spots. What the hell is that left side, though? That left side has the weirdest one. It's just one straight line. It's insane. So that's a predicted ending for us. Alright, cool. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know. I guess that's what that is. I guess we'll have to go through all of it. Obviously, my idea is to just stick with the one path I have here with all the people surviving, and then after that, yeah, there's probably blue team dead. That's what they're saying here. And then after that, we'll go and revisit the 3 votes here, the 3 votes of the thing. I think I might. Not immediately in the next episode, but I might in the next further episode do like redo all three choices at once, and then get their little dialogue that they have at the beginning, and then that's when I'll get to decide who I want to deal with this whole like thing. I mean, if I chose the other way around, it won't matter. I think so. It's as long as it just hits the point that we need to see all of them. I think that's when they'll let you choose which death you want to choose for. So I think that would be the case. But I don't think they're gonna die. That's my prediction. I think that they're not gonna die. I think that the plague doctor said, "Hey, we're gonna inject you with the forgetting serum, and then they'll kick you out, and it would look just like the ending in the beginning, where in the first episode where they were all like, why are we doing here? Wait, isn't this the facility that we were in? Well." Who knows? We'll never get to see what's in there ever again, kind of thing. I bet it's like that for the 3 people who quote-unquote dies, because I don't think they're trying to do that in this one, it seems. But who knows? Maybe they do die. No clue. Yeah, that's what I think. So yeah, next episode we're going to go and see what this result gets us into. And then we'll follow that path all the way down to a single ending. And then from there, I'll revisit the choices again and get all those choices unlocked. So I'll choose the opposite of what I chose last time for those 3 teams here. And then from that point, I choose one team death and follow through with like each team death until we hit one ending for each one. It's very reminiscent of what I did in Virtue's Last Reward, where I just said, hey, I'll do one path all the way down, hit ending, go back all the way up to that decision, back all the way down, and hit another ending, and then yeah, like just like from whatever list down to the other endings, and then I will go back all the way up to those decision making trees or paths to decide on what we go next to. Otherwise, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's a little bit slower, but that's on par for these kind of games where they usually take a long time to explain the rules and get to know the characters a bit. I'm really hoping we get to do the puzzles. I really, really, really want to get through the puzzles. I have not gone through a single damn puzzle in this game since like forever. So it's kind of like annoying that I've been holding out or being pushed out for the story or for the puzzles for so long. What is that? Is Akane holding a chainsaw? What the frick? I'm so curious about that. It seems like everybody got like 5. Except for this group. Q has only 4. But everyone else has like 5 scenes for something. Alright. Anyways, next episode, let's go ahead and see what the result gives us. So, other than that, that's it for this episode. Roz, out.